Hi, Sagittarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you're always welcome. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides what's next in love, what's coming towards you, somebody possibly on your mind. It is a general love reading, so take with you what connects to you, leave the rest for everyone else. Let's call in our spirit guides and angels now. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you want us to know? What is it that you need us to hear at this time? I am listening for you now. I have stubborn, hard-headed, talking to a brick wall. Okay. Boy, how many of us have had that? That's a good one. We want somebody we can talk to, and we want somebody that hears us, Spirit just said. So that's important. I have slipping, time to confront an issue or make a move. So time, it feels like time is slipping. You know, I don't want to waste time. Are you in? Are you out? Are you here with me? Are you listening? Are you working with me here to make changes, to make this better? Because all we have is time. You know, there's always this sense of, I can't get it back, right? So that's important. I have a misunderstanding, clouded judgment, confusion, little bit of where does this person stand? Where do I stand in this connection? Wondering, you know, where are we headed? I have gossip, negative, pettiness, listening to something somebody else said. I'm going to go with this feeling of a rumor for some reason, like so-and-so said, you did something, you said something, and it's like, what are you talking about? You know, it's like secondhand information. So trust issues for sure. And communication, we're struggling with some kind of communication. Now, this could be somebody in your past that you've already gone through this with somebody, but somebody I could be struggling with. I'm not seeing eye to eye with this person. I felt like I'm battling with this person. There is a sense of jealousy or intimidation. Okay, this person could have been intimidated by you. Not unrequited love. Part of me feels like you didn't continue to stroke this person's ego, and now they are kind of giving you the cold shoulder. You don't love me the way that you used to. You're not as into me as the way that you used to, something like that. You know, maybe it's time to walk away from this love and Spirit has something else for you. That's what's probably going on. Making amends, apologies, and forgiveness. So let's do this. Let's tag this as a no contact, only because I have too much information about the past coming in. And so if you're not interested in your past, this reading isn't going to be for you. Move on to a singles reading or another reading. I do feel like I'm struggling with this person. I feel like this person hasn't been listening to me. And I feel like either they said something to you that was secondhand information. They took their word over your word, something like that. And I feel like that's where I'm just going to say back with apologies. Okay. But I also feel like their ego got, you know, their ego came forward with, you know, you're not doing enough for me. You know, it's like they did something that got them in the doghouse, but all of a sudden the tables turn onto you're not doing. Let's see what the cards are saying about that. I have a 4 of Swords. This is a much needed break. Sometimes we need that break. Okay. You need it. They needed it. You know, we just need to kind of have some peace of mind and stop fighting, stop talking. Sometimes Moon. Okay. I have an Ace of Swords. There they are. They're coming back with an apology. They are realizing that came into me as they realized that, you know, I wasn't fair. I do feel like they want to start over. You know, this is a sense of either I've given it a lot of thought. I do want to start over. Whether we're headed into some kind of formal commitment or not, but it feels like I just wasn't treating the situation. I'm going to say the situation fairly. Okay. I didn't listen to your side of it. I jumped to a conclusion. I should have put you first. I mean, it sounds like, my mother said, you said, something like that. And it feels like, what are you talking about? You're throwing me under the bus, to your family, and that's not fair. So I feel like it's more that, but it feels like the ego got involved, where this person is saying, you used to treat me better. You used to be, more into me, something like that. Well, they were probably more into you. That's probably what's happening. If they're not giving you the attention that they used to give you, you're not giving the attention back. I have a Hanged Man. I could feel you pulling away. And I don't like it, and they miss you, but their ego is kind of backfiring on them right now, because I feel like, instead of saying, I miss you, I love you, I'm sorry, I do want to start again, I feel like they kind of throw a wrench in it, where they start naming all the things that they're not happy with. Okay. So what turns into one episode, one little thing turns into this big, huge list of things that you've never even heard of before. All of a sudden, I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with that. You used to give me attention. Now you don't. So, your friends are more important. It's just like out of the woodwork, all this kind of garbage came out. So maybe that's where the much needed break is dating. We'll likely be dating. Okay. So maybe we are dating other people, and we're asking, are you dating other people? Are you seeing other people? And maybe that's something that we agreed to, that, we're single, we're not with anybody, but I'm worried. It feels like I'm worried I'll lose you. Okay. So just the thought of you dating somebody else is struggling with that. Maybe even though we agreed to it and you're doing nothing wrong, I don't like the idea of you dating somebody else. I definitely have trust issues. I feel like that's probably at the heart of this. It's kind of an accusation, somebody who would accuse you of being with somebody when you weren't, somebody who, thinks that you're out looking when you're not, something like that. So this person could definitely be jealous or have trust issues. And it's not fair to you. Your worthiness, know your worth. The universe can only bring you what you know you deserve. You can have it all. So you could have said, I deserve more, right? I deserve more trust. I deserve more respect. And I think that sometimes you got to put it in its place. I have baggage. Not letting go, holding on to the past is impacting our relationship. Because somebody else hurt you, somebody else cheated on you, somebody else lied to you, all of a sudden, it's all my fault. So you've got somebody who has to face up to, I'm bringing my garbage and my baggage into this connection, and I'm kind of dumping it on this connection. Maybe they're going to wake up to that. Spirit, please share with me a initial or clue, anything like that. I have the letter L. I have I love your scent. How about I miss your scent? I'm loyal. I want to be loyal. I want you to trust me. I feel like I'm still loyal to you even when I'm not with you. Maybe they don't want to be with anybody else. I still feel like you're sexy. Maybe they see you as very sexy, but they also see that other people see you as very sexy. And that drives them crazy. I have independent. I know you're independent. I can't tell you what to do. Maybe this has been an ongoing issue. You can't tell me who to be with or where to go or where to spend my time or who to talk to on the phone or how to spend my money, so you can't do those things. I have, I love your hair. Okay. I like that. I have the letter M. I have short and sexy. Okay, maybe that's you. Little spitfire. I have athletic. That could be them. That could be you. I have tall. Okay, somebody's tall, somebody's short. Trustworthy. I need you to trust me. And I have the letter V. I need you to trust me. I think that trust is huge, right? And maybe nobody's done anything wrong. It's just the thought of it, and sometimes it's like you're worrying about something that hasn't even happened. I need you to trust me because you're going to ruin our relationship if you don't. You know that's really what's going on. You've got somebody who, I don't know, is envisioning, somebody taking you away from them. That's their insecurity. That's on them, not you. Spirit, please share with me. I have a magician. I have an ace of swords. I have a 10 of wands. I have a 5 of swords. It's harder than they thought. The lack of communication, the separation, like they didn't think it was going to hurt this much. They didn't think that it was going to be this difficult. I also feel like this is a wake-up call that you're really the only one that I want, and I don't want this to continue. This is an apology. Like I said, that Ace of Swords certainly would be heartfelt feelings. I'm sorry about this kind of round and round energy that we've been going through. You are still the only one that I want is really what's going on. But did they jump to conclusions? Probably. I feel like somebody was accused of something that they weren't doing. And I think that can be very upsetting at times. I have an Ace of Cups. Let me get my focus back here. 3 of Swords and a Temperance. So how do we just get back to being normal? It's, you broke my heart. Are you going to break it again? Or are we going to create a sense of peace and balance back into our lives? Are we going to allow this love back in? I do feel like the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups is a heartfelt apology. This person could be putting themselves in your shoes and realizing it really wasn't fair, what they said or whose side they took or whose advice they listened to, something like that. Sometimes somebody, busybody, nosybody, gets in the way and gives their 2 cents in somebody else's relationship, and here we are. So right now, I think you have to, they're saying learn to trust again. Let's see what the heartfelt feelings are. I feel like they're really struggling with, I really do miss you, and I hope you understand, just kind of, I think that they're going to give you the, I've been hurt so many times before. I really do. I think that they're going to come back at you and say, I've just been hurt so many times before. And just this whole episode just kind of reminded me of every other relationship, something like that. Saying goodbye to you was the hardest thing I ever had to do. But it was the only thing to do that felt right at the time. I just couldn't give you what you needed. Okay, so maybe they just couldn't talk about it. I got scared and ran away from you. The intensity of my feelings for you made me fearful, and I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a sense of I'm sorry. I feel lost without you, and I'm heartbroken over you. Absolutely. Even though you are not in my life right now, you are still the best thing that has ever happened to me. So they haven't forgotten that. At least they know that maybe their ego kind of got in the way. I heard something about you. I feel like they're listening closely. Are you dating somebody? Are you talking to somebody? Is somebody coming over to your house? So I feel like they're keeping tabs on you for sure. And then I just can't, I can't get over you. I would say that. I would definitely say that. So I do feel like there's going to be a time when this person wants to talk. Let's get some time cards. Maybe we can get a sense of time. Spirit, please share with me. What do we have? I have a yes. This person wants to call. Okay. I have just around the corner. That's encouraging, isn't it? I have future. I still see a future with you. And I have at night. So this person's going to reach, it's like expect a call late at night. Expect apology and a call late at night. Let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, kathymamolin.psychicmedium.com. Reminder, I have 2 other YouTube channels, a Picket Card channel, a Twin Flame Soulmate channel, and those links are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, and we will ask the universe to guide you both.